Okay, so here we go. Looking at another CoSpaces task. What you can do next here is open up a new scene by, again, create a CoSpace. And I encourage you to start with this empty scene right here. And with this, just create a little nature scene. It can be whatever you want. You can include different backgrounds, which I'll show you in a little bit what you want. Get some animals. I don't know, something with nature. Just make your own little scene here. So to do that, I'm going to click on environment in this bottom part. And I'm going to click on the edit the environment. Bunch of them to select. You kind of pick from just a gentle little forest area. As we look around, we have mountain backdrop. Even go on the moon, it looks like. Kind of fun. So be out in space, cities, I don't care. You pick little environment. I'm going to go with the jungle here. So little filters you can do as well, but play around. It's yours to do what you want. Now, one little kind of cool thing I wanted to show you is how to make things follow a path. So as I go right here, I'm going to go through some animals. I got the lion right here. Change his size because kind of, oops. Control Z is undo. Get a couple animals out here. Now we've talked already, and you probably have played around with changing some of the animations of the objects. So I can have the lion roar, and I know it's kind of inconvenient when you want to see what the task is looking like here, that it's covering it up, but you can play around, and I'm just going to say run right now. I'm going to do the same thing with the giraffe. So I'm going to have these two running. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of coding. It'll make your scenes kind of fun. If you don't want to go into the coding aspect of it, you can feel free to make your animals, the people, whatever, do whatever you want to. But adding some coding to it will really spice things up. Otherwise, a lot of the stuff that we did in that About Me video applies here. Make a fun little scene. But if you want to get pretty cool with stuff, so right here I have these two objects. I'm going to double click on the lion. I'm going to click on code. I'm going to say allow this use in code blocks. Now if you have multiple lions, you should name them lion 1, lion 2, whatever. I'm going to come over here to the giraffe as well. I'm going to say allow the giraffe to be used in code blocks. Now I'm going to have these animals chase each other in a path. I have a couple options for that. It's going to come down here to special. And I can make them run in a straight line. I'm going to pull out this little path right here. We'll put them right there. Move my camera as well. So the camera is going to be similar to earlier, just kind of where you start the play from when you are actually going through it. So I'm going to click on my line, double click actually. I'm going to say attach. I'm going to attach them to this line. And the lion is going to follow this line from here to there. Now, when you're actually ready to go, you can edit the material and make it so you really can't see the line in what we're doing. Right now, I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to worry about the giraffe later. I'm going to show you the coding. So I'm going to go into code, and we're going to code in code blocks. So it'll make your life way easier. So when the play button is clicked when we start out, we're going to go into events, and when play is clicked, I'm just going to have it repeat multiple times. I think there is a forever loop as well, and it's right there. So repeat this 10 times. Sorry about that. Move giraffe on the straight path, and that was the name of this path if I clicked on it. I don't have to zoom out so you can see it, but double click on it, I guess. Okay, well, the name of it was straight path. You can always change the name. So move the giraffe. Instead of the giraffe, I want the lion who's attached on the straight path. Move him across it in 5 seconds. I'm going to say 10 seconds. And so when I go through here, and I've never done it on a straight line before, so we're going to see how this kind of works. That with that repeat block, that might have been kind of silly. I'll push the play button, and now we can see the line. I got the giraffe running in place in the background. It'll take him 10 seconds, and I can follow him with my arrow keys on my keyboard and follow around. And it looks like he just kind of resets back there, but that can be fixed by not choosing a straight line path. I just have him repeating it 10 times. Now I can do the same thing with that giraffe. I can have the giraffe being chased as well. So I got the path there, which will now undoubtedly be called path number, or straight path 1, as opposed to straight path. So I'm going to attach the giraffe right there. Go back to my code because I think I've already enabled it in code blocks. Now, if I just add the move giraffe on straight path block for 10 seconds, what's going to kind of happen here, I guess I'll just show you, and I'll speed it up, say 5 seconds. When I say play, our lion's going to run first, and when he gets to the end of the path, now the giraffe starts running. Not really what we were looking for it, and the lion went back. What we actually want to look for is, as we scroll down in the control tab, run parallel. So parallel meaning run at the same time. So it's going to run both these things at the same time now, 10 times in a row. So when I click play, now you'll see that they will both be running right after, and the paths are different lengths, and so you can see it's a little messed up as they're going through this repeated path. So the straight line path might not exactly be what we want. I'm going to detach both the lion and the giraffe from the path. I'm going to delete these 2 paths. Instead, I'm going to grab this circle shape path. I can change the shape. It gives me a whole bunch of points to kind of manipulate around right here on how I want them to interact. So I'm going to do that same thing again. Attach that one right there. And we'll attach the lion right behind. So now we no longer have the straight path, and actually when I go in here, it's not even giving me the option for that straight path anymore. Now we have this rounded path. If I added another rounded path, we'd have rounded path 2, so on and so forth, still being run in parallel. So now when I watch this, I have these 2 animals quickly running around this path. So that's just a little bit how to use the code blocks to get some of your stuff to work. One other little thing that I've noticed. So I can also say when the giraffe is clicked, and I'm going to just put that in here. When the giraffe is clicked, we could have the giraffe do something. So have the giraffe say, and when it says say, it's just going to put a speech bubble around it. Have the giraffe say, "What was that?" Oh. So now when I click the play button, I'm going to try to click on the giraffe as he's darting around, and you can see how, there we go. Now he's got a little speech bubble saying, "What is that?" It looks like it'll stay up there. There's some other actions, like this one, say it for 2 seconds, whatever, but you kind of get a little bit of the point, how to make things move around, how to make things interact. Kind of fun right there.